We'll see.
So yeah, no, it's crazy. Last game of the week 18. A game that potentially doesn't really matter, but in the same time, especially with us all being out of the playoffs, it does matter because draft position does matter. Sorry, Nicole. I know I know you probably won't be as hyped about it, but you never know. You could be making changes in the offseason, so we'll have to see.
Yes.
But yeah, so I guess just to start it all off, giving Tom Brady his first loss to the Falcons.
Yes.
Now listen, lots of controversy over this. There is, but at the same time, and it's been said many times, if you start a game, that's your loss.
There it is.
I don't care what anybody says.
There it is.
You start the game, your loss, regardless if you take a QB out or not, that's your loss. So in all actuality, don't get me wrong, there's a lot of contributing factors to that game as to why the Falcons won by any means. Probably a smarter decision on the Bucs anyways, if I'm going to be completely honest and humble about that. Resting your players, the last thing that you want is any of your players to be injured week 18, and the last thing that you would want is Tom Brady to get injured. So realistically, is it a game that we really needed to win? No, definitely not. It just hurt our draft position a little bit, but at the same time, there is some pride to it. It's good to see that Tom Brady at least won his career. If he does retire, who knows? At least having one loss to the Falcons, which is pretty crazy. So we won 30-17. Some players balled out. CP, I believe, got a TD. Tyler Algier, I believe, got a TD. Desmond Ridder is starting to look like he's kind of shifting more in his role. I can already say that I have a lot more faith in Ridder than I have in Mariota. So, whether he's going to be our guy going forward, I think that'll be next season. But I'm pretty content with the game. I'm pretty content with the outcome too. So, Mr. Hanny, what's up, man? Go Bulldogs!
Dogs.
Annihilation too, off topic.
Yeah,
wow,
they killed them.
65-7.
Wow.
Yeah. See, this is gonna tie into what I'm gonna talk about a little bit later, but the reason why I like what the Bulldogs are doing, regardless if I'm, a Georgia fan and an Atlanta fan, is they're winning now, but at the same time, they're setting themselves up for the future. And that's so important, right?
Very
There's
true.
a fine line between picking, a win now team where you go all eggs in one basket, even if people are going to retire, versus making sure that you're good for years and years to come. So, it's that's what Georgia's doing, and that's what I really like about them. So,
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Look, Andrew must be hiding, scared to play the Cowboys.
Nah, he'll be here. He'll be here 20
he'll
minutes.
Be here. Oh, yeah, he'll be here.
Oh, boy. That's going to be a good game.
I'm not going to give you my spoiler yet about that one. But what about your guys' game? What about the Panthers? What about the Saints? Give me all the deets.
Let's go Panthers.
No, we lost. It was a slow, low-scoring 10-7. So, I mean, there wasn't much movement throughout the game. I don't know. I wasn't quite too happy. They didn't. I mean, there was a couple sacks I didn't like. That's for sure. You guys got some. I don't know, Sean. What do you think? You're the one who won.
Oh yeah. All right. It was an ugly game from a passing standpoint. Only threw 15 passes, and Sam Darnold only completed 5 of them. I don't even think we had over 50 yards passing. So, on the flip side, we ran the ball all day and all night. Had over 170 yards on the ground, but like Nicole said, it was not a pretty game to watch. Mr. Olave Oil scored first for you guys.
Stud, man.
He is. He absolutely is.
So good.
Yeah. And I mean, the fact that he only scored 1 touchdown says huge because we were able to stop him the rest of the game. But our offense didn't even score. We had to recover it like a fumble, you know what I mean, in the end zone, and then obviously get a field goal late. So, I mean, it's the end of the game. It's one of those that we're all limping. We're all not in the playoffs. It's like you said, what is there to play for? But we did get the W. Keep pounding, baby.
I was gonna say, out of everything, with the season that the Panthers had, there is something to be said about it. Like they had a lot of turmoil, a lot of it. Yep. You know what I mean? And between the coaching changes to the player trades and everything, I think that's pretty unbelievable, right? So, it's insane to see how the Panthers still were clawing in the division, and the fact of like where our division ended up without skipping ahead or anything. It's insane with how close it was, right? So kudos to the Panthers. Like, sure, our division was very weak, I guess some people can say, but in another perspective, you could look at it as very competitive for the talent that's within the division still, right?
Right.
People got to remember that, sure, like the Bucks were a dominant team, 2 years ago, right? The Falcons, when Matt Ryan was on there, they were like in a high seed, right?
Mm-hmm.
The Saints were on top of the division and were a high seed many, many times, right? Like, this division in the NFC South, where people don't realize, is we're very much in a rebuilding of the whole entire division. It's not even necessarily just one team, right? Teams are still trying to figure out, what they're going to be in the next 5 years, right?
Yeah.
So it's just
Carolina hasn't been the same since Cam Newton in that one major year with Ron Rivera. You know what I mean?
2016.
Yeah, I think so. 2016. Yeah. Because y'all get y'all's was what, 2017, where y'all got to the Super Bowl? When did y'all get? Weren't we like right before or right after? No. We were 2015 because that was when the Broncos won.
Yeah, right? And we were 2016, I believe. Yeah.
We played 17 games. It was hard.
Yeah. So let's go into it a little bit then. So who do we think makes the biggest jump in the offseason and why? What QBs do we think will be starting in week 1? Okay, so you know what? That's a tough one. I know we have to come up with trades and everything eventually for who's going to be traded, but that's such a hard thing to do. I do think we're going to see some teams jump for a QB. I actually think that the Saints very likely could be one of those teams that will trade some assets to jump for their QB.
Hey, Delilah.
How's it
Delilah.
going? Oh, Delilah.
Free up some cap space first.
Oh, yeah.
I could see. Well, Indy's already in a good spot, so I don't see that happening. Houston, I don't see that happening either. Maybe Tennessee. Maybe they're not sold on Ryan Tannehill. Maybe they're gonna go and jump up for a new QB. Maybe they're not sold on Malik Willis either.
Yeah. He struggled.
Denver. Who says Denver doesn't do it? Right.
Very true. Very true.
I don't know. What are you guys' thoughts?
Of QB?
Yeah. And in our division, talk about in our division or all the way around?
I can go both. Yeah, like just I guess in general in the NFL, what do you think? Who do you think is going to jump for a QB?
I don't. Yeah, we are. I think that's exactly right. Like, I know we have Matt Corral, so we do want to see what he has. But if we have that opportunity and somebody that's a big name, or God forbid, CJ Stroud or Bryce Young falls to us, which is obviously definitely impossible. But if it happens, yes, absolutely take them. But I'm of the thought process that maybe you wait a year. You see what you have in Corral and not PJ, but maybe Sam Darnold, keep him for another year. Build up that O-line, build up that defense, and then when you really get a quarterback, he's going to be on a team where he's not going to have to do it all himself. So that's what I'm thinking in-house.
That's my thought process too, and that's the only reason why I think the Panthers and the Falcons aren't going to jump for a QB. To be quite honest with you, I think for the Falcons and for the Panthers, I think we got to see what we got with our backup guy. Ritter got a little bit of time to shine. Matt Corral was injured for most of the season too, so really you're not going to see what their full capabilities are right now at this point, right? So I think there's more crucial positions to go for. Actually, for both of our teams' defense for sure, right? But out of our division, I guess the only logical people are going to be the Saints, or it's going to be the Buccaneers. And I'm telling you right now, if the Buccaneers do it, they're trading away some value for sure. There's no way they're not going to. So
we'll see.
Yeah. We need it real bad. I don't foresee us going another year with what we were doing, but I don't see us sitting out and waiting on. We need a quarterback. I think that's going to be our main objective. That's going to be it.
Well, makes sense, right? But again, you gave up your first round pick, and don't get me wrong.
Remind me.
So it's gotta be for some value, and we saw last year that what was it? Arizona did it too, right? Arizona went with for Hollywood and stuff too. I guess we'll have to wait and see, but it's going to be interesting. It's too early to tell for me, so I don't know. I gotta try and figure it out.
You stuck with? Are you good with Desmond?
I think right now, you gotta give it probably about a year, in my opinion. I think it's too early to tell. I think we're doing fine scoring. I don't think scoring is necessarily the issue. If I'm correct too, I believe actually we scored upwards to the most points for, I believe, in the NFC South.
Oh, nice.
Now, I do think that we have a lot of work and we have a lot of holes to fill on defense, but there are some shining lights that are within, I guess our team right now. Dean Pease retiring, having a new defensive coordinator, hopefully come in and kind of revamp that a bit. But yeah, I don't know. It's tough to say. It really depends on what quarterbacks are left at the 8th, to be honest. It's going to be really hard for me to not think that we're going defense, though, first overall pick. So,
that's fair.
Yeah, I can see it. It's definitely something you need, and you're going to have a lot of big name guys coming out. So, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, no, absolutely, for sure. So, yeah, I guess we're just going to have to wait and see.
Thanks for watching. If you like that clip, be sure to check out the other great content from the Let's Talk Football community. And as always, please like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when more great content like this becomes available.